Good afternoon, folks. It's literally just turned 12 noon, Thursday afternoon. Yesterday I bought some tape. If you saw the video where I got the donuts, you'll have seen the tape. And so yesterday afternoon I did a few repairs. And we're going to take a look at those now and see how that's going. Come with me. First, traditions, folks. You got to have traditions. There's my Tina girl. That's the tradition on this channel. Tina, no. Whatever you're trying to get to, just no. Come back. Back! Okay, let's start here. And what you'll notice is that often, a lot of these were done yesterday. In fact, almost all of this, because most of it had fallen off previously. But what you'll notice is it starts to lift up. And this tape is a bit like that. For the first day or two, have to kind of reapply it. If it survives a couple of days, it then tends to become kind of permanent. I can't see my screen, folks, so I don't know whether I've got the camera pointing in quite the right direction. I'm just having to kind of reapply and re-stick this down, particularly at the edges. Like I said, if you get it to kind of the second or third day, it tends to become kind of pseudo-permanent. But it's just very dodgy in the first few days. If you see some of this other stuff, this has been here months. This has been here. I mean, it's lifting a bit at the edges, but some of it's a mess and is at the end of its life. But these new ones, look, they need a little bit of nursing. And you know, I mean, we're in the sun, so I guess there's a reason for it. I've got no idea whether proper duct tape would be the same. Maybe you can comment in the comments. Tell me in the comments. Now, I tried to do some work yesterday around this doorway, this big split here, where it's split alongside the door, and I thought I'd done a fairly good job. It was all sealed up, but then last night it became undone. So that's going to need another go. And I think I might have to stick it and put tape on both sides and maybe put some safety pins or something through it. Try and nail it in place. Let's come on through past the fantastic chest of drawers and to some work I did. Yeah, look how much that one was off. It's just a case of putting a bit of pressure on, reapplying them. Most of them are okay actually, just the odd one or two. I've got, because this was so bad, I've got tape on both sides. I've got tape on the outside there, so we'll go around and have a look at that in a minute. See if we can look here at this doorway. Look, this should be stuck to this kind of up there. I would need both hands to do it, but I think there's just too much weight on it. And the first time I would try and fasten the door, it'll all come undone anyway, because it just doesn't reach. Everything's slumped down and they're at a wider part of the arch. I think that the constant weight on the they're not fiberglass, what are they? Carbon fibre rods. I think the rods are giving, they're bending too much, forcing the loops out wider and lower, and it means the tent doesn't fit. I mean, it doesn't help that there's the almost 1 metre gap now across the roof. That black there is a tarp above the tent. That gap, it must be a metre. So that's less than ideal. If we come around this side, past the trolley and under, so a couple of repairs here. These are holding up fine. And this one, not so much. So again, just a bit of pressure, reapply. Like I said, if it holds for another day or two, they'll become permanent. We come around and have a look here. Here's the outside where we were just looking on the inside. Those are mainly a couple of loose edges maybe. Those don't look too bad. I'll have to go back around the tent the other way and just apply a little bit of pressure. Let's do that now. Let me come around. Over that one, under that one, and through. And we'll come around. Now there are bigger injuries to the tent here that need a lot more work. I'll be tackling those in the next day or two. Here's an old repair using the same tape, and look, it's considering that there was a rip all the way along here, that's not held up too badly through storms and 50-60 km/h winds. That's not too bad. Around we go. Oh. These are new repairs. The tape again. Still plenty tacky. I guess maybe in the heat it just loosens the tackiness and they just give a little bit. And then we've got the cold nights. I'm not sure the effect of alternating hot and cold on the tape. I'm not an expert at any of this, guys. I make this shit up as I go along, so I'm just... Here's an old repair that's going to need redoing. Look, this band along the bottom of the tent separated from the top of the tent, and this was to hold it all together when we had those 50 km/h winds. That's now totally dry. That's just going to need replacing entirely. And along the rest, I mean that one's held. That's not bad. The tape's not as bad as I used to think it was. Chinesium duct tape, but these are not too bad. A couple of bits up high there that I need to hook my foot under the bottom of the tent so that I can get in because of the slope. There was lots of horizontal rips, but I figured after I'd patched them horizontally, I figured a couple of strengthening lines vertically just to try and hold things together, guys. I mean, I don't expect this to make anything watertight or anything. The aim is just to stop the rips from running. You don't want to end up with metre wide rips if you can avoid it. So that's the state of play. I was asked in a comment this morning how the tape had done, and I figured I'd just give you a quick update. I didn't do any filming when I did the actual work, I don't think. I'll check and see. But there we go, guys. That's the I'll see if I can cut in some footage. I think on the Sunday live stream I did a look at the ribs down this side. I'll see if I can cut in some of that footage, show you how it was, see if we can get a before and an after. I can't see the screen. All of these holes here, all of these rips that have all been, these were all taped up previously, but all of the tape, this is the good tape from back in the day, so that there are a couple of pieces of the good tape left, but all the other stuff has come loose and fallen off, or the majority of it. So all of my repairs kind of need redoing, but we've got huge rips along the bottom of the door. We've got fairly big rips halfway up the door. We've got this whole line of rips here. We've got this huge rip here that Tina did one day, damage and destruction that she is. This has actually held up fairly well. This was what Tina did one time while chasing a rat, so I couldn't really blame her. But she put her legs through the entire bottom of the tent. And over here we've got where the bottom seam, the bottom, I don't know what you'd call it, but the strongest part, I guess the seam, is separated from the body of the tent in when we had the really strong winds. When we had the 50 km/h almost winds. And then here, the other side of the tent, these were all repaired on the inside, from the inside once upon a time. but they've got worse, and the tape's falling off. This is the most urgent, I think, of the jobs. And here, can I get that? Yeah, that's on camera. So I got some repair work to do. Obviously still lots to do. A lot of work on the door. There's some rips in the door that I didn't tackle, because is there any point? The door doesn't close. When is a door not a door? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that over winter. I got options. I can hang a small tarp. If I can hook a tarp up here somewhere and just hang it over the doorway, because this isn't going to, there's no way that's, look, it doesn't get anywhere near. They don't get anywhere near each other. But if I can hang a tarp here, then that'll be a makeshift doorway. Or over the bedroom, because this doesn't close anymore. I've got it pinned with safety pins and a clothes peg, so I can get in and out fairly easily. The zip along the bottom, still works, so it will zip to here. But this, I mean, these don't even reach easily. You've got to pull the actual holes in, and then it needs a strong clip, a strong clothes peg to hold stuff in. But if I can, I don't know if I can sticky tape and a lightweight tarp hanging down like a curtain over the doorway. Maybe there's a seam here. Maybe I can put safety pins through and do something with a tarp there. I don't know. I got options. I've got things to sort out, guys, because the nights are getting cool, as I think I showed in one of the videos. We're getting below 10 degrees most nights now, which is a hell of a drop from a couple of weeks ago when it was still 24, 25 at night. And it is literally only a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, folks, that's the update on the repairs. Like I said, lots to do still. I don't know if there's any point like that low down. Water runs down, it goes on the ground, it's not going to hit the tent inside. There's bigger worries because of the tarp on top. See if I can show you this. If we go inside, let me see if I can show you the, depends on the sun. Yeah, that shows somewhat. You can see the like little stars in the roof. And big light areas like that where the tarp's just got stretched. No actual rips, but because of the way it's woven and then it's been pulled apart, they kind of just kind of a seam grin. The stuff's just yeah. I think it's getting to that point where it's time for a new tarp over the roof. Well, either that or a new tent. That's another story for another day. Okay, folks. Final view from outside. Final view from outside. What a life. Okay, folks, if you're one of the rare people that made it this far in the video, not many do, so congratulations to you and thank you. I appreciate your interest. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Stay up to date with the successes and failures, the happenings in the life of a tramp in Torrevieja in Spain, an Englishman in Spain. Okay, folks, thank you for watching. Delta Mike out.